Hey guys, it's Patty. Welcome to MP AI Labs. Today we're going to do images and we're going to continue to work with the grown folks, the retirees, or anybody that is new for image creating. Okay. You see tons of beautiful images and you're like, hey, how can I do that? Well, we're going to have, I think, 5 platforms and majority of them are free, so we're going to work with that, okay? But I'm going to give you a tip. I probably might do a PDF on here, but there is formulas for each different types of AI, okay? For ChatGPT, there's a formula, okay? You're going to do the subject, the style, the setting, the mood, and the quality, okay? So basically, these formulas, it depends on what platform, that we're going to work with. Don't worry, I'm going to share everything with you, okay? So the simple formula for all the platform is who and what, okay? What do they look like? Where are they? What kind of style? What mood? Lighting? Extra detail is going to work. Okay. Subject: male, female. Is it a cup? Is it just a camera? It's actual subject. Okay. The style is a little bit different. Okay. Do you want it to be, a realistic? Is it anime? Is it a painting? Cinematic photo? That's the actual style. The mood, it's amazing. Okay, so do you want, what type of mood do you want? You want soft? Well, I kind of say mood and lighting go together. Is it going to be, like a sunset? Energy lighting? Is it warm lighting? Is it dawn? Is it confident with crisp, clean lighting going through the window? You have to set the actual mood, and then extra details. Is it final? Is it sharp? Focus? Is it realistic? Is it just different details that you want to be in there. So you have to be very clear, because you can't just say a black hat. Okay, well, technically you can, but where's the black hat? Is the black hat, on the counter, on the couch, in the middle of the yard, standing in, the rock on the beach? You have to be very specific when it comes to, all these. So you have to have a clear subject, a clear location. You got to have the clear style, the mood. The more you give to the actual AI, the better it understand it, and you can refine it. So once again, subject, main person, or is it an object? An elegant, young 26-year-old woman. You can actually put, is it Asian descendant, or just, anything like that. I deal with a lot of Asian content, so therefore I have to be very detailed. The look, what kind of hair? Is it red hair, short, medium? Is it blonde? What kind of clothing? Age, what vibe? Are they in a silver, do they have silver hair? Are they in a blue suit, or are they in the green, pastel colors, all that is going to be very, very important. For example, and I'm going to switch my, actually, I'm going to switch content, and I'm going to show you how to do it in Chat GPT. So one of the things that you want to prompt is an elegant Asian businesswoman with silver hair, with deep green eyes, wearing a tight fitted navy suit, standing in a modern glass office, cinematic, photography style, confident expression, soft golden sunlight through the windows, ultra detailed, realistic, sharp focus. So if you don't want realistic, you can go anime style, cyberpunk, style, or any type of art style that you want. So you remember, you have to have clear subject, clear location, clear style, strong mood. The lighting is very important when you prompt. And you can always tweak it once, your image come through. If you don't like, the length of the hair or even the color, even, like the tone of the actual skin, you can tweak all that. Everything is, can be changed. And there's also advanced examples, which we're going to be doing. You can say confident Asian CEO with silver hair, wearing a crisp, clean navy suit, standing arm, crossed in a luxury office. If you notice how much the detail I'm telling you, low camera angle, city skyline behind her, cinematic lighting, editorial photography, ultra realistic, 8K detail. That's really advanced, example. And common mistakes before I switch over. Sometimes your prompt is too short. Pretty woman. Well, well, yes, it's great, but you're just, the AI is going to come back and just give you any pretty woman. Okay. Random things. Another mistake is mix ideas with no focus at all. Okay. So you have to be focus driven. Okay. Sometimes you don't have or give the AI an actual setting. So the AI is literally guessing. Okay. Or no style. The output will be very generic. I made all these mistakes when I started. So that's why now I know exactly what I want. Okay. So if you want to be a really good prompter, is that the word? I guess that's the word. Okay. You just have to treat it like you're ordering, food, very specific, say you want to, you just don't go into the restaurant and says, I want a salad. Well, what kind of salad do you want? You want a Caesar salad? You want a fruit salad. So you have to be very specific. So that's a really good advice that, I can tell you. Or, so say you go to buy a car, you just say, I want a sedan. Okay. What color? What do you want inside of it? So you're starting to see that you have to be very detailed. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to switch over. First, we're going to, let me switch it over. Everything's going to work. Is it going to work for me or not? All right. So we're in Chat GPT right here. Okay. So this is where we're going to prompt. Okay. Remember that we're going to be very detailed. Okay. So I've already have one, and you know that you can actually create an image inside of ChatGPT. So what you want to do is you want to start typing. You can actually use your mic and dictate to it. That's a lot of people do that. I don't do that. I have an accent and it does not pick anything up at all. So you want to create a image of, and I've already, okay, of an elegant Asian businesswoman with silver hair and deep green eyes, wearing a fitted navy suit, standing in a modern glass. I want a cinematic photography style. You can go realistic. You can actually change your style. Confident expression. Okay, soft golden sunlight through the windows. Ultra detailed, realistic, sharp focus. Once you type everything in, okay, you just hit this and it's going to create an image. So ChatGPT has stepped up, its image creating, and so far I'm really satisfied with it. Okay, so it can take a minute, or if you don't want that, on this side here, you can actually go into the actual image and use one of their template. So it's perfect. So it's not bad. Okay. I did ask for an Asian businesswoman, but the lighting is correct. I can actually change it a little bit more, which I think I'm going to do. So she has, the suit is beautiful. Let's go. Silver hair, deep green eyes, wearing a fitted suit, modern glass. Okay, cinematic photorealistic, very confident expression. I think it kind of messed up because, I wanted a little bit Asian business woman close, but we can change that. Soft golden light in the back through the window, which is not bad. Okay. Ultra detail, realistic, sharp focus. So, therefore, it missed, but it's okay. Remember, AI is a tool. So, we're going to change it just a little bit. So, we're going to create another one, but this is a little bit more confident. So, I'm going to say, to create an image of a confident, I'm going to change, I'm going to put a 26-year-old Asian CEO. We're going to go with a silver blue hair, wearing a navy suit, standing with arm crossed in a luxury office. We're going to do a low camera angle, city skyline behind her, cinematic lighting, editorial photography, ultra realistic 8K detail. So let's see what this comes back at. So this should, if it doesn't work, I can actually change a few things on here. So once again, you're telling exactly the style, the clothing, the actual posing, the setting. The camera angle is going to be very important. I also have on my stand store, just let you know, it's for free, different camera angles that you can actually use. It's great because it's going to give you the perfect camera angle. And this time it gave me two, which is not bad. So I asked for a confident 26-year-old Asian, perfect CEO, and she has silver blue hair. Okay, notice one is medium, the other one is short because I did not specify. Okay, wearing a navy blue suit, standing with her arms there. That's perfect. And then she's in a very luxury office that you can see. That's very nice. Low camera angle. That's perfect. There's a city skyline. Both of them have that, so I'm very pleased with that. That's behind her. You got cinematic lighting, editorial photography, means very crisp and clean, ultra realistic, which it is because it's not anime style or any type of other style. 8K detail. Now, I like both of them, but I think this is a little bit more rich. This is great. I like her hair. I love her confidence right here. And I always like to give feedback to Chat GPT. So I'm going to say one is better. And, you can actually print this if you want to. But, Chat GPT normally does pretty well. Okay. It messed up the first one, but it's okay. You could actually go in and change that. So overall, the formula for ChatGPT, remember, is the subject, okay, who it is or what object it is, the look, the setting, the style, the mood, mood and lighting, and the actual detail, okay? So that works for, ChatGPT. And it's really great because say that I don't like this. I can change her hair and, I can type, change her hair to, like a deep blonde, long, wavy, and it would actually make that. If you don't, want to actually prompt, you can actually, go into images under more on the left-hand side here. Okay. And you can pick different styles. You can come in here. I encourage you to, use the arrow here. It says try a style or images and just play with it. Come in here. This is the only way that the actual, images that you're going to create, for you or for your social media or anything that you want or your brand, just come in here and play with it. Okay. If not, remember, I might put a PDF of all the formula in here. Okay. So that's free because you can use, the free tier on ChatGPT. Now, the next one I'm going to talk to you about is called Arena AI. Okay. This is part of the Google ecosystem. Okay, it's free, it's free, it's free. You always want to stack different image generators. Okay, so once you come in, it's Arena, that's ARENA.ai. To sign in with your email, you're going to come to this. Notice all the LLMs look almost literally the same. Okay, now here's the trick. Down here, okay, you have turn off auto mode, you have web search, and then generate image. You want to click here. Okay, if not, it's going to give you a prompt and then you can create. And you always want to be in battle mode. Okay, once again, I'm going to unclick this. You come to technically the third box from the left and hit image, generate images. Okay, and you're in battle mode here because they have different, you can do side by side or direct, but most likely you want battle mode. It's going to work out for you. Okay, so once again, I'm going to give you the formula. It's pretty easy. I'm going to use the same, well, a little bit different. Okay, so since this is part of the Google ecosystem, you're going to have a very specific, clear subject, the style, okay, along with strong keywords, okay? It is, Google loves strong keywords. So one of our example that we're going to use, basically going to use like the same, okay, and we may improve on it, is an Asian businesswoman, silver hair, luxury office, cinematic realism, sharp focus, dramatic lighting, and ultra detail. Okay. Sometimes if you go too far, it's not going to work. Okay. So you want to use full sentence. Okay. Once you do that, all you have to do is come in here and click the arrow, and it's going to generate 2 images for you. Okay. So you want to use really strong detailed on here. And sometimes, because we did not give an age for this Asian businesswoman, possibly we might get an older one. We will see. Okay, so while this is generating, most likely, because I know how Arena does, it's very beautiful. Okay, but we can change that up. Okay, if you notice, it is an Asian businesswoman with silver hair. AI goes, okay, silver. Well, she might be older. You never know. The office is very, luxurious, very cinematic realism. Okay, sharp focus, dramatic lighting. You can see that, and ultra detailed. It's very detailed. If you notice, there's a reflection here. Her face looks exactly the same. How about that? Reflection looks exactly the same. AI has perfected the hands. Okay, you can actually see, the beautiful golden chair in the back, and then of course, back here, you can see the detail on the wall. You can see, all the details, which is wonderful. Same for here. I always look at, just let you know, I always look at, the fingers. Everything looks good. You can see the detail back here. You can see like the blur that's in the back, I can see the books back here. Everything is very detailed. It says CEO right here, has the name, created that. So it's really wonderful. Okay. You can change this and, and go revise. You can say a 26-year-old or even a 32-year-old. You can change up the hair. It always asks, since they both did good. If you notice down here, is it A better? Both is good. Both is bad. B is better. So both is good. So I kind of just, it's the only way that AI is going to learn. Okay. And you can actually download if you like this one. Okay. Once again, Arena is free. So just use it. Just come in here and start prompting. Okay. Once again, you can go to new chat. It's going to look exactly like this. You click on the third box, generate images, type your, the information here, make sure it's on battle mode, and click here. Okay. So you want a clear subject. or object, a clear object, okay? The style and then strong keywords for arena. Once again, you can tweak it. If you don't like the image, change it to a 26-year-old. It's fine, okay? The next one is also free, is Meta AI, okay? I feel that these three so far, you definitely need a stack, okay? Sign in, and Meta has changed its imaging. It has more filters, but the formula is pretty short, okay? A short prompting, main subject, and then the scene. That's it. If you do just too much, it's going to add more filters, and it's just not going to look pretty good, okay? So just don't over prompt in Meta AI. If you give it too much information, it gets confused. Yes, it's really bad. So what we're going to do, come here, is Asian women with silver hair in a modern office, professional look, realistic photo, okay? And let's see what it comes back with, and just hit the green arrow here, okay? And the imaging, like I said, it has a lot of filters. So lately it's been generating. So this one is not bad, okay? Actually, they're actually pretty good. She's a little bit mature here, but I still like it. It's well, I actually like this one a lot. Yeah, it generates pretty well, okay? You can change it to a 26-year-old, once again, just don't over prompt, okay? And you can use Meta AI, non-sponsored, okay, for your Instagram or even your YouTube shorts, okay? One of the things about Meta AI that I like is like you don't have to actually go into the actual image. If you click on it, if you notice, to animate, you can actually animate. It's 50-50. I don't like animating here, but I'm just going to animate it just for you, okay? There's another way that you can animate, okay? I like to give the AI direction, but for an example, I'm just going to click the animate here. I want to see what she does, okay? While that is happening, if you want to actually animate her, just give her like more smile or anything, you can actually click on the actual image. You would actually change everything here and then click this animated button, okay? But while we wait on here, I want to see what she does, which is not bad. For a free, image creator and then to video, Meta AI does everything well. So come in here and actually play, and then you would enjoy that, okay? The next one, I'm going to have to tell you, we own this, okay? It's free. You can sign up. You get 250 credits. It's called Glimpixel, okay? Glimpixel is great, okay? If you come down to the middle, it actually tells you how to prompt, excuse me. You have to describe your vision, choose a style, generate, and then, download it, okay? So it's super easy. Subject, fashion, lighting, and then premium style. So I'm going to put this in. So this is going to be a stylish Asian women with silver hair, luxury office, fashion editorial lighting, glossy cinematic portrait. Pretty simple. Try not to complicate it too much. So I'm just going to hit generate here before I hit the enhance. So let's generate, and you can come in here. You want to use like premium, glossy, editorial, luxury, warm, cozy. And this is, the image that you get, which is beautiful, okay? Like this. Notice I didn't give it an age. So it just generate this gorgeous woman. The reflection is amazing. And if you like this, All you have to do is download this. Once again, you know, this is our platform, okay? And it's free. Now, say that you don't like this image, okay? Fine. All you have to do is just enhance, and what the AI is going to do is, change her up just a little bit, and you're going to get the enhanced version. By the way, while this is generating, you can actually come to like your image yourself, and all the history of the image should be here. Okay. So this is the enhanced version. Very confident. Love that. You got a little bit more bling going on. Okay. But it's still very stylish with beautiful silver hair. The office is very luxury, very luxury. I like that. So once again, this is Glimpixel, and yes, we own this platform. So the next one, I started using this and I like it. So this is Piclumen. I've been using this before we created our own. So all you have to do is basically, I didn't sign in, so I'm going to tell you. So sign in, it's for free. Okay. Once again, all the platform I'm giving you is for free. Sign in with your Google account. So we'll do that. And this is going to be your homepage. Piclumen is great because you can come to explore, which is on the left-hand side. Click on that, and it will give you, it should give you ideas. I think I have an ad blocker going on, but you come in here and it'll give you, I have my ad blocker. I don't understand why it's working. It wasn't working before. Okay, so my assets. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. It may not. All right. So Glimpixel is picky. I have to use like a different section, but you can come in here, play with it. Yeah, it's trying to, just come in here, create your image, create your account, and you can actually see the different images on here. Unfortunately, I have an ad blocker. Sorry about that, guys. But you can actually have, describe your prompt here. If you click on here, they have different image generator. Okay, you have the Nano Banana Pro, you have Midjourney, you have Dream, you have a GPT Image. Flux is amazing for realistic. You have Quinn, which is image, which is a Chinese image generator, and then you have other models on here. So you always want to probably, in my opinion, start with Flux. Okay. And since I have an ad blocker, I can just give you the formula. You have to be very detailed, okay? The camera, the lighting, the quality, and you have to add negative prompt, okay? I'm going to show you exactly. It may not generate because I have an ad blocker, but you can try this on your own. You can, come back and try it once you create like the free account. So this one is going to be an elegant Asian woman with silver hair and green eyes, standing in a modern office, medium shot, cinematic lighting, ultra detailed, realistic skin texture, sharp focus, no text, no watermark. You have to be very detailed on here. If not, you're just going to get random things, okay? Let's see if it's going to let me see if it's going to actually generate. It may not. Once again, like I said, I have an ad blocker and I apologize about that. Okay. But everything, it did. So if you notice is, elegant woman with silver hair. She does have the green eyes, standing in a modern office, medium shot, very beautiful. Cinematic lighting, ultra detailed. You always want to use ultra detailed, okay? Always. My opinion. Realistic skin texture, sharp focus, no text, no watermark. No watermark, if I can read. So if I click on it, very beautiful, okay? If you don't like that, You can, hit edit over here. You can remix it if you want to. Okay. You can change it into a video. You can upscale it if you want to, and or you can post it to the community. I would show you the community, but unfortunately I have an ad blocker. All right. But this is Piclumen. I started this using them like 2 or 3 years before we created ours. Okay. All this, once again, is all free. So you can stack all this, go in, create your free account with your Gmail or your email, and start prompting, and you'll actually learn. The next one is Flow. This is part of Google. It used to be Whisk AI, but due to Google, they're shifting everything to Flow. Flow is amazing, by the way, and it's free. So Whisk AI is no longer as of April 30th, 2026. Sign up with your Gmail account. On here, you can actually create and you can prompt down here, okay? Flow is a little bit different, okay? Pretty easy. So you just need a scene, camera movements, subject and mood, and that's it, okay? Once again, with Google, you don't want to complicate anything. If not, it'll just be, I hate to say it, a hot mess, okay? So we want a camera slowly pushing forward towards an elegant Asian woman with silver hair standing in a glass office, city skyline behind her, dramatic cinematic lighting. And it has different, I'm doing an image, I don't want to do a video. And then you have different sizes. And then you have different models that you can use. The Nano Banana Pro, I'll keep it at 2. And you can do 1 image, 2 images, 3 images, or 4 images. And these are the different size. Start learning them, okay? 16:9 is YouTube, okay? You have the 4:3 and the 1:1 and 3:4, and then the 9:16 is the shorts or Instagram, okay? And one of these are also Instagram or TikTok is going to be this one, okay? Once you have everything, excuse me, I think I'm thirsty. Once you have everything, all you have to do is just hit this arrow right here, and it's going to create an image. I haven't used Flow in about 1.5 years, so since the change, so it's going to be a surprise for me too. And if you notice, Google has so many free tools. Start learning them. I think probably next week or the week after. I don't know, probably like within 2 weeks, I will, do the whole Google ecosystem. All right, this is not bad. Remember, we didn't tell, what age. Okay, all we want is just a nice, elegant Asian woman standing, with silver hair, standing in a glass office. Beautiful. Look how detailed everything is, okay? Get the city skyline in the back. Very gorgeous. You have the beautiful cinematic lighting. One of the things about Flow is if you click on it, you can actually change it into a video, and the Google will use the VO3. Okay. But I wanted to bring all this to you, and it's all free. Okay. I will put possibly a PDF, so maybe you can download it, of everything. So this is Flow, beautiful, okay? And then this is Piclumen. Unfortunately, once again, I apologize. I do have an ad blocker. And this is ours, Glimpixel. Come in here. You get 250 credits for free, and just start, the actual image. Very beautiful. You don't like it, hit generate again, okay? And then Meta AI, beautiful, And then Arena, don't forget you have to come in here. It's the third generate image box, making sure, and it's on battle mode. And then, Chat GPT, just type everything here or go to more and go to image and start playing, you know, and figuring out what type of, template that you want to, to explore with. Okay. So once again, that is all free. So here's a few tips that I want to share with you. Okay. ChatGPT, okay, you have to have a balanced sentence, okay? Keep it natural, like you're, you know, ordering a very detailed, delicious salad or food. Um, so just be very detailed, but just keep it natural, okay? Arena AI, you have to, keywords that's pretty strong. Meta AI, please keep it short and simple, but very clean, okay? Glimpixel, which is our platform, very stylish words, premium words, because it will pick up everything very crisp and clean. Piclumen, very detailed, be very precise. It's like you're ordering the sweetest, luxury car that you can think of, okay? And flow is very, it's very scene in motion, a lot of cinematic stuff that's going on, okay? But um just go on there, play with it. Once again, it's free. It's the only way that you're going to learn how to prompt and be better prompters, okay? So I hope this helps, okay? And I may, once again, give you a PDF for all of this so you can go in. But you can actually, there will be a link below for my Stand Store. There's some free stuff on there, especially for lighting. You would just want to hop on there and just get it for free. Okay, I'm not even going to charge for that because I want you to learn the actual lighting. If you're better prompters, then it's going to help you in the long run. Okay, remember, stay kind, hydrate, and I'll talk to you later. Ja, tonight.